Hello my friends, welcome to this fabulous bathroom that is not mine. We're in another hotel. I am getting ready. I'm gonna do a little holiday inspired makeup look today. Really inspired by, can you see this dress? This dress, I just gave it a little steam. I don't know how I came upon this dress specifically on a Google search, but I was looking up fun, fabulous holiday dresses and it was during Cyber Week, and this website called Tuckernuck, okay, has so many fabulous brands, so many fabulous dresses, but they also have their own brand. This is a Tuckernuck dress. I saw this color combination and I simply passed away. It brought me so much love and joy and I was so excited. So I wanted to do a little holiday look so that I can take some fabulous photos in this. Whether or not it actually makes it out to a party, you know, we'll just take inspiration. We're getting ready together today. Okay, and I wanted to do a makeup look inspired by this, attempt to do this lovely little sparkling, shiny eyeliner moment. And I wanted to do it all with drugstore makeup. I feel like every year it's a classique that I do some kind of drugstore inspired makeup look. So I wanted to do the same today. Now I will say, little disclaimer, I did, in my packing frenzy, I just forgot a couple of things. So this is mostly drugstore, okay? Just a little star there. I will actually also say that apparently there's an e.l.f. dupe for the Patrick Ta shimmering eyeshadows. Couldn't find them anywhere. I don't know if they're available in Canada yet. We often get things a little bit late, so I would love to get my hands on those, but I unfortunately don't have them for this video, even though I wanted to, because I thought that would be the perfect thing to do this sparkly little liner, but we'll just be inspired by it. Anyway, my friends, let's dive in. Let's do some makeup. Now, when it comes to the drugstore makeup, what I actually have really come to appreciate is that so many of the products I use actually remain. Sometimes they get a little facelift, they get a little update in terms of packaging, but for the most part, the drugstore products stay nicely. All of it except NYX Nude Beige. But I just have to applaud the drugstore. The one thing that they do nicely is actually keep their products in stock. So L'Oreal Lumi Glotion, this has been a go-to favorite for many, many years as far as a drugstore glowing base. It's just so creamy and smooth and not chunky and glittery, and it just gives the most glorious, glorious finish to the skin. Now, I don't use a lot of primers these days, but when I do want to amp up the glow, aka when I'm trying to feel a little bit more fabulous, I do like to add a glowy primer. So just this on top of your moisturizer. Beautiful. I have to say L'Oreal, in my opinion, just does a really good job when it comes to base products. And unfortunately, like when I'm shopping in store, it's so hard to find things in stock. I feel like the stocking of drugstore products, as well as the prices of drugstore products, are kind of getting a little bit crazy. So especially when it comes to brands like L'Oreal, like there's not that much of a price difference between a drugstore product, a drugstore base product, and something you find at Sephora these days. So now obviously there's a few brands that have really like stuck true and continue to bring out amazing products at amazing price points, like e.l.f. and Wet n Wild. Those are kind of my two like top drugstore brands and the brands that I go back to time and time again. And I feel like they bring out like really fun and new innovations, and they try to also deliver some really nice dupes of the high-end products. But for the most part, I mean, obviously it depends on where you're shopping. When I try to shop at Walmart, there's literally never anything in stock. The shelves are always empty. It's so crazy. And then if you go to Shoppers, the prices are just always a lot more. They definitely add a few dollars to the price point. So you end up spending so much money on drugstore affordable makeup. So there's just a little bit of a fun pricing issue, and then yeah, just general stock issue for me when I'm trying to shop for new products in Canada. And then obviously you can always shop online, of course, but for the drugstore, especially the bases, I like to be able to see it and give it a little swatch. But anyway, that's my L'Oreal True Match foundation. I have this one in the shade 1N Ivory, and it's a fabulous shade match if I do say so myself. Now, speaking of e.l.f., they're beautiful, beautiful little contour products. I was actually sad. I don't know how I forgot my little putty bronzer. I usually love to pull that out for sure, but this is probably a better shade match for me right now. This is the Halo Glow Beauty Wand in the contour shade. I don't want to apply too much here, but I'm just going to use that to chisel a little bit. I want to have a little bit of dimension added back to my face, and just blend that out with the brush. The shade is like the perfect match for me right now. It's so nice and cool toned. Even when I have like my fake tan on or in the summertime, this can be a little bit too ashy, but this is actually like the perfect shade match for my skin right now. I'm thrilled. And it just blends out like a dream. It's so, so good. no, I'm so sorry. The one product that I do not have with me is a concealer. And that's actually because like when I was sorting through my makeup collection, I didn't have anything that was light enough that matched. Like even my little Maybelline, the little spongy one, and my, like I have two from Maybelline. I have an e.l.f. one. They were just too deep. And then I went in store to try and find a lighter shade. And like I said, they were just all out of stock. And I was like, listen, we'll survive. I'm just gonna sneak in a little bit with my Tower 28 concealer. This is the shade BU, and it's just the one that's light enough for me. And it's a delight. But actually, we have a lot of really nice coverage from that L'Oreal foundation. So I'm just gonna use a little bit of this, and I'm also gonna put it on my eye just as a base. So please forgive me. I'm sneaking this in a little bit. So we've got a nice little base going on. I picked up this new setting spray. This is the L'Oreal Infallible 3-Second Setting Mist. 36-hour Defy Transfer. I would just love to know who is testing the 36 hours. I feel like that's so unnecessary. That literally smells like hairspray. I don't care if that holds my makeup for 36 hours. That just burned my eyes. I was not expecting that. Now that we're all glued together, let's move on to the eyes, shall we? I pulled out my favorite Wet n Wild Color Icon palettes. I have Nude Awakening and Lights Off that I'm probably going to be dipping between the two. I just think Wet n Wild does such a beautiful job with their eyeshadow palettes, and the quality is amazing. And I love the little color stories that they have. So listen, it's pretty deep all around, but it's like very soft. So what I'm going to do is start with the light cream shade, and I'm going to use that to just set everything in. Just going to place that onto the crease because I don't want the concealer that I just placed there to budge. I'm going to do a light little wash of that. Lovely. And then it appears as though there's just this light little dusting of like a light taupey brown all over the lid. Just a little something something. So I'm going to go ahead and use this and a fluffy brush. It seems like it's focused just like all in the crease, honestly. So I'm just so softly brushing that throughout the crease. And I think this is where I typically very easily go very, very heavy-handed, and I'm trying to just be so soft with my application of this. Just so light. Dust it through the crease. And I also have to be softer and lighter handed, obviously, because my skin tone is so much lighter. So I just need to remember that I need to go a little bit lighter, or else it'll be a little too dark for me. So then I think I'm just gonna go straight to the liner, because basically I'm gonna draw the liner out. We can smudge it out a little bit, and then I'll set it in with some powder. But I really wanna make sure that we get the shape first. So I got this Rimmel Rich Brown 212 pencil, hoping that this will be what we need it to be. And I opted to do a brown because I did want it to be a little bit lighter. We can always add black eyeshadow on top of it, but I just wanted to see what we could do with the brown liner first. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply that all across the eye. So I'm starting at the inner corner, and I'm just gonna drag it along the lash line. Now, I don't know how much playtime I have with this quite yet, so just gonna go ahead with a little brush and just push that in and make sure that I'm getting my shape right. I've also got a clean eyeliner brush, and I'm just gonna use that to fix up the bottom there, get it nice and pointy. That worked out well, not so bad. I'm gonna leave it like that, let it sit for a minute, and I'm gonna try and do the same on the other side while I still have some playtime. I'm trying to see, it's always different in the camera than what I see in the mirror because my eyes can play tricks on me, but listen, that's definitely one of the more accurate that has ever happened for me. Bless! Also, what a great eyeliner. Oh, it's waterproof too. Oh no, that's gonna be tough to get off. Well, while we're here, we're just gonna take that and rub it on the lower lash line a little bit too. And then just also soften that with the brush. Now, I did just get this look on Pinterest. I actually have no idea what the eye looks like opened up, but I do see a little bit of depth on the lash line. So that's why I'm just going with it. Well, lovely. Now we can dip into the darker brown. I'm gonna use that to set in. I actually think I'm just gonna use the same little smudger brush just in case. We use that deeper brown to just push it on top of this. And regardless if you wanna set it in or not, I always find that going on top of liner with powder just automatically ends up softening the look. So even if your line isn't perfect or something's just looking a little off about it, if you just, usually 9 times out of 10, if you just pop a little shadow on it, they'll just make it look so much more intense and cool. And I'll just take a fluffy little brush and just so softly dust the top. So now for the glitter on top, we have a couple of different options that I wanted to try. I'm gonna definitely use the Lights Off palette and maybe dip between these two shimmers, I'm not sure. But I also bought this little L'Oreal eyeshadow stick. This is in the shade 100 Ice Sparkle. And I was thinking maybe I would rub this on first. Is that crazy? We can just see how it looks. Just a little, oh yeah, okay. Great. So I'm gonna rub a little bit of this ice sparkle on top. Oh, it's very creamy. How nice. Yeah, I feel like that's like totally the vibe. Totally the vibe. That's so nice. So, so creamy. I don't think there's anything else on the inner corner or lower lash line. So then I'm gonna take a small brush and I'm just gonna try and load up this shimmer. Obviously we don't have like the Patrick Ta glitters, which again, I think would be so perfect for this, but I'm gonna try and get the same effect. And I think because we put that cream shadow on the bottom, it already has like a good base for the color. And then this will just add that like sprinkled sparkle effect, you know? Cute. Okay, that was like a lot less terrifying than I thought it was gonna be. Now, okay, this is like super backwards, but I feel like my lid is looking a little bit bare. Oh, I don't wanna mess up any of the sparkle, but I think I'm just gonna take a touch of this gray. Oh, I might regret this. This could ruin everything. But I just wanna dust it a little bit, just right in the center. I feel like there's a little bit more color there. Like my lid is looking just a little bit too pale, you know what I mean? Just like a touch. And then it does look like a little bit of the sparkle goes onto the lid. So then I'm just gonna take my finger and just lightly pat that right in the middle, just to like bring a little bit of the sparkle up. So I'm not necessarily disturbing the liner, but just bringing the sparkle up a little bit. Is that cute? Everything looks weird until you put mascara on, let's be honest. Now, I don't know if this is meant for the eyes, but I think that nothing is gonna look right until I put a little bit of this in the waterline, because it is just looking really like gapey and open. And this is my sadness, and even when I went through my emo phase in junior high, all the cool girls would just be able to wear black eyeliner in their waterline so easily, and my eyes just never take it. It can't handle it. They just get so watery and it never stays, and even if it looks nice like right away, it'll always fade and fall off no matter what. So it's just not a look that I'm able to rock so well, but I do feel like it's just incomplete unless you have it. It doesn't look the same. It doesn't look right. I also feel like I have to tell you guys that I'm filming this in the day right now, and this feels like so aggressive to go outside in the daytime. Like, it is literally morning right now. I'm gonna go back into that same palette. I am gonna dip into the black, try to really top it off so it doesn't ruin anything in my face. And I am just gonna press that right onto the lash line, because I feel like it's disappearing a little bit. If you're a braver soul than I, you could also do that with black liner. I'm gonna load up on the L'Oreal Voluminous mascara. I got this one in the black brown shade, just to be a little bit softer. Ugh, so much better with mascara. I was starting to lose faith for a little bit there. And I've definitely done probably 1,000 looks similar to this in the past, but I just have to say I love the silver. I love the cool tones in this. I think it turned out very nice. Let's bring some life back into the face. I picked up this Essence Pure Nude Baked Blush in the shade Pink Flush, and this seemed very cool tone vibes as well. I thought it would match it very nicely. Let's see how it looks on. This is really pretty. This is a very, very pretty color. I want to be as light-handed as possible with this though, because I find when you are doing such an intense smoky eye like this, if you put too much product on your face, it's gonna look wild. That is a beautiful color. It definitely reminds me of like the MAC baked blushes. So pretty. Just really using that on the high points. And because it's such a shiny, shimmery, splendid blush, I feel like it's giving what we need for the highlight as well. Like, that's such a glowy blush. Just a little bit of color, just a little bit, not too intense. So for the lips, you guys know I want to use NYX Nude Beige. Thank you, Jen, forever. But instead, I pulled out the Revlon Nude, just nude lip pencil. Guys, that setting spray was so not the vibe. I feel like my face is peeling off. It almost reminds me of like MAC Brick. Like, it's so much deeper than I would expect it to be when it's the lightest lip liner available. My lips are so dry. Like, they're literally peeling away right now. Sorry, please ignore that. Then I think I'll do a bit of Revlon Bare It All, which is this peachy nude. I'm just doing the same thing with the brush, just like blending those two together. And then I've got a little bit of this e.l.f. Rose Envy gloss. And I'm just gonna put that right in the center for a little bit of sheen. I actually really love the color of this one. It's very pretty. It's like the rosewood vibes, but like a little bit lighter and a little bit more pink. I feel like the tones of this go nicely. I don't know, maybe not. I have that, or if I wanted to go a little bit deeper, I have my Revlon Shine in Black Cherry. So I'll see how I feel once I actually put the dress on. It might be a little bit too deep with the eye too. I kind of hate the tone of this lip. It's making me look ill. It's throwing me off, but maybe it'll look good once the dress is on. I don't know, I have to put the dress on and then we'll see. But this is the finished look. obsessed with the colors of this. I still have the tag on because I didn't know. Like, am I gonna keep this? Do I feel fabulous? Yes, I feel like a fabulous, like, Cruella de Vil anti-vibes. So, however, I absolutely hated that lip, guys. I hate that color. It was so not the color for me. So I am sorry. I'm going with the NYX New Beige. Blame Jen for blessing us with the original because it is just the perfect cool tone color. I'm sorry, but it had to be with the dress, okay? Then I am gonna take a little bit of that black cherry because I think that a little bit of this, like, it's literally the same color as the dress. Like, I think just a tiny little kiss of it won't hurt nobody, even if it is a little bit deep. Yeah, just like a little stain. I think that's way better. The other lip was just too rosy. It was not, no, it was not working. But you guys, here's the finished look. What do you think of this dress? Oh my gosh, I'm so obsessed with it. I think the sleeves are so fun. I just wanted to have a little bit more fun when it came to holiday looks. I'm usually so boring and so plain and all in my black and white things. And I saw this color combo and it just, like, spoke to me. It sang to my soul, it sang to my heart, and I was so excited by it. So it's like the opposite of drugstore pricing, okay? I'm just telling you, I bought it during the Cyber Week sale. It was 30% off. And this is my finished look. The look inspired by that lovely photo I found on Pinterest, and the look that just I wanted to wear with this dress because I thought they just went fabulously together. And if you want to see how I did this hair, I chatted all about it and showed you my process in the vlog, which you would have seen right here in this very same bathroom. And that's the finished makeup, my friends. Hopefully we'll get some good pics of it so we can enjoy this all together and enjoy this holiday inspired maquillage and outfit. Thank you so much for getting ready with me here today. And I'll see you all tomorrow for a new Landmas video. Thanks for watching. Bye!